Usually the lack of saying no results in burnout. And I want you to go through that. So here are my tips on how to live a healthy, balanced life and avoid black girl burnout.
Life is always gonna life. Life be lifing. Life be lifing, girl. Is the biggest thing I could say has saved me from after multiple crash outs, because you learn where to invest your energy. You learn how to put in your energy and where it's required. And overall, that is preventing you from burnout, because you're learning not to overextend yourself, right? You're learning how to work within your means, within your capacity. That is my favorite word. It's not within my capacity right now, because it's not. Why will I overextend myself when I have all these cups I have to pour into? And I can't pour from an empty cup, right? Know your boundaries, know your limits, set boundaries, and be firm in them. Don't make them flexible. If you don't have time to go see Sam and Paul at 9 p.m. to help them with something because you are tired, that is enough. That is it. You do not have to push yourself past your boundary into fatigue in order to help somebody. Yeah, I had to learn and do the deep work of just overall growing in my healing journey, growing in my mindset of what it means to just truly roll with the punches that life is going to throw at you, because it endlessly is going to come. For example, this morning I thought I had this dream job, got a verbal offer and everything, and yeah, got an email and said, sorry, we don't think we're a good fit, after all the reassurance and affirmations that things are, looking great and that you're probably going to get this job. But thankfully, I'm in the space of my healing journey where I can accept it as redirection. It is sad. I am grieving it and I'm allowed to grieve it. However, I know that maybe this just wasn't the right opportunity, although I thought it was, and to just keep pushing forward and doing my part, and knowing that I am enough. Let me tell y'all, this has been a journey, and it has been a healing journey and a growth journey overall. There are many multifaceted aspects that has taken place for me to arrive to where I am. And oftentimes when we talk about self-growth and the journey and just healing overall, we put this pretty picture out there that it's all meditation and it's all peace and positive energy, and it's not. You have to get through the ugly, and I have been through multiple phases of ugly. Okay,
Oh my.
I have crashed out multiple times over different things. I had to recognize my ugly before I can get to my most beautiful self, and I'm still evolving. So if you feel like you've been stuck trying to achieve this self-growth journey and feel like you've been failing on it, you're not. That's the beauty of it. The whole purpose of growing is learning from your failures. And if one thing, my life is a testimony of that. Like, I have failed at multiple things, including school. And I continue to arise because I learn and take those moments as growing moments. And I've also accept there are some things I'm not good at. I can work hard at it, and some things aren't going to come to me naturally. Again, I could work hard at it, but that doesn't mean I need to quit. And I think that's where the girlies are getting caught up on is, oh my gosh, it didn't come easy to me. I don't belong. And you do. You just have to work hard and recognize that this is a growing moment. Everything is a growing moment. Accepting that, hey, I could be better at this if I keep trying.
And we often feel like we fall short if we're not able to get to A to B, B to C, the way that it is traditionally done. But one thing I have learned from personal experience is I am not a traditional student. I am definitely not a traditional person in all, because my journey is nothing far from cookie cutter. My life is my experience, and although it's not A to B, B to C, I have learned from all of my experience. And I think that's the beauty of everything when I reflect back, is that even though I know doors have not necessarily been wide open for me, me doing my part allowed for opportunities to show itself. And all I had to do is just remain consistent and faithful. I think that's the other thing, is being faithful and knowing that your time will come regardless of how things might seem in the moment. You're going to look back and be like, hey, you know, it all works out. It's all going to be in my favor and lead me to where I need to be. So having some type of connection to a higher power, for me is God, for you it might be somebody else, but that will allow you to get through the ugly works, the nasties within you, and turn it around into some type of transformation that will elevate you into having a more peaceful and unproblematic life. Like, I think that's the whole goal of life, is to figure out how to, work within your purpose, if you have identified that. If not, that's the first step. And then to figure out how to navigate the highs and lows without affecting your peace. And I'm just trusting that in this journey, things are going to happen. And if we can't see it, we might need to take time, again, reflect, pray, whatever you need to do, meditate on it. And that's the part that's really normalized, I feel like, within self-care, is we take these times and to beautify these thinking processes, but we don't also express the ugliness, the rawness, the vulnerability that it takes to be within those states truly and authentically, right? You have to be able to visualize and accept whatever mindset you are. Happiness is not always the solution, right? I think with self-care, that is the truest thing that everyone is trying to achieve, is peace. Do it in various rituals, such as washing our face in the morning, doing our skincare, walking, breathing, a form of meditation, going to get our sunlight is very important, because we need all those things. And as a neuroscientist, I have learned the benefits of exercise for just overall maintaining mental clarity, but also physical health. And all of that plays a role, because the number one killer and driver of everything, inflammation, diseases, is all stress. We also identify self-care with beauty, but it goes beyond that. It goes way beyond the beauty. It goes beyond just aesthetics. It is health. And if anything you don't get from this, I would like to remind you that taking care of your health is the number one priority, and oftentimes we neglect that. So let this be a reminder to you. Go ahead, block off that time, put it in the calendar. If it's not in the calendar, go take a 15-minute walk if you can't do 30 minutes. Go write down your thoughts and do a brain dump if you're feeling overwhelmed. Go smell some flowers, literally. It will do amazing things for your mind. And just know that you are enough, that you got this in whatever state you are in. And you deserve. So thank you for listening to my little rants. I just want to remind you, stay true to you. And we'll see you next video. Bye.